Okay, everybody, Shabbat Shalom. I want to welcome everybody to B'nai Aviv. A few quick disclaimers. Thank you. A few quick disclaimers before we begin. First and foremost, it's still Shabbat. So for those of you who have never been to a Mincha Ma'ariv service before, an afternoon service in a synagogue, it has a little bit of a different feel, as you can tell, because you can sort of sense the after bar mitzvah already, the simcha, the party, but we're still in Shabbat, which means that this is still sacred time for the Jewish people, which means that we don't use our cell phones, and that means not, turn them on and check them. So if you could just please keep them off, it'd be really disruptive for the family, and obviously you don't want to do that. You also notice that ordinarily, when you come to a shul, people are wearing, the men are wearing taluses. This is an afternoon service. The only people that need to wear a talus are the people who are leading the tefillah, who are leading the prayer, and people who take an aliyah to the Torah. And so those are the only people who will need a talus this afternoon. And with that, we're going to begin. I want everybody to have an enjoyable experience. Please participate in any way that you can, so that way you feel a part of the simcha. This is, of course, a special day for Charlie and his family. And with that, we'd like to invite Charlie up to the bima, along with Tammy and Troy. They're going to present him with his very first talus.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehi atef patzitzit.
Amen. Let's go to please rise. Join us in the Shehechiyanu as we commemorate this moment in time.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechiyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu l'zman hazeh.
Be seated. We're going to begin on page 226. Last disclaimer before we start with Ashrei. The benefit for some of you when you come to a Mincha Ma'ariv service is that unlike this morning, which was about 3 hours long, this is about an hour service. But be prepared, there is a lot of standing. So enjoy your seats while you're in them, because I promise you're going to be doing a little bit of exercising of your legs. Again, we're on page 226. We begin with Ashrei.
Ashrei yoshvei veitzecha od yehalilucha selah.
Ashrei ha'am shekachalo. Ashrei ha'am sh'Adonai Elohai.
Tihila leDavid armimcha el chaycha melech v'yarvarcha shimcha leolam va'ed.
B'chol yom avarchecha v'adela shimcha leolam va'ed.
Gadol Adonai umhula me'od v'ligdulato ein cheker.
Doledo yishabach ma'asecha uvrotecha yagidu.
Hadar kavod chaya v'relinu flotecha hasicha.
Bezuz norotecha yomeru v'dulatcha asaprena.
Zecharav tavucha yabe'u v'sitecha yoranenu.
Chanun v'rachum Adonai erech apayim udal chased.
Tov Adonai lakol v'yarchamav lachol ma'asav.
Yoduch Adonai kol mahasecha v'achasidecha yivarchucha.
Kvod mahutecha yomeru uvulatecha yisaberu.
Tohodia livnei ha'adam gevurotah uvor adam malchuto.
Mahutecha mahut kol olamim umemshecha b'chol dor v'ador.
Somech Adonai l'chol hanoflim zokef l'chol ha'kefufim.
Enei chol eilecha yisaberu v'ata notin lahem e'ach be'ito.
Poteach et yadecha u'maspia l'chol chai ratzon.
Tzadik Adonai b'chol diracha v'chasid b'chol ma'asav.
Karov Adonai l'chol koreach l'chol ha'shikra u've'emet.
V'tzon yirei av ya'aseh ve'et sham atam yishma ve'yoshiyim.
Shomeu Adonai et kol ha'abav ve'et kol ha'shayim yashmi.
Tila Adonai yidaber pi v'yarvarech b'chol basar kim Shin kocho leolam va'ed.
V'hanachnu levarech yom
227, ובא לציון כל שפר פשע ויעקב נאום אדוני, ואני זאת ביתי אותם אדוני ברוחי, אשר לך את דברי, אשר שמתי בפיך לא ימוש בפיך, מפי זרעך, מפי זרע זרעך, מעל עלי מידע ויד עולם, ואתה הקדוש יושבתי לא תשרה וקרא זה אל זה ויאמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות מלכות כבודו, מקבלי דין בדין, ואמרי קדיש בשמי מרומא. הילה בית שכינתה קדיש על ערה, וגבורתה קדיש לעולם עלמי אלמי, אדוני צבאות מלאה. כל הרזיב תקרק, תסעני רוח, שמע קרק כל רעש, כדו ברוך כבוד עלי, מים כבוד, תעני רוח, בימת פתערק.
אדוני צבאות אשר ידם בוטיח,
אדוני מלכותך, היום לעולם עלמי אלמי, אדוני אלוהי אברהם יצחק וישראל אבותינו שם לעזור, לעולם לא יצא מחשבות נבב.
ולאלוהי אבותינו,
תיתנם אל יעקב חסד ואברהם אשר נשבעת לאבותינו מימי קדם.
יראת צומך לכהן אלוהינו.
ברוך אלוהינו שבראנו לכבודו, הבדילנו מן הטועים, ונתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיון למדה בתוכנו, ויפתח ליבנו בתורתו, וישם ליבנו אהבתו ויראתו.
וגבר אשר יפתח באדוני.
למענו ניגלרת, ולא נעלה אליה.
הביא אדוני צור עולמי, ויפתחו בך יודע שמך, כי לא עזבת דושך אדוני. אדוני חפץ למען צדקו, יגדיל תורה וידיר.
Please rise, page 229.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
ויאמר דברי חילותי וימליך מלכותי בחיי חון ויומי חון, ובחיי דכו בית ישראל בגלה בזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי לקודשה. בריחו לאלה מן כה ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן ביומו, ואמרו Amen.
I'd like to invite Tammy and Troy back up to the bima, along with Zena Sherman, Ali Zeifer, and Josh Tilton, who will be opening the ark for us. May be seated. Parsha Vayetze can be found on page 166 in your red Chumashim. The first Aliyah this afternoon will be taken by Bob and Sherry Modlin. ותגלה ותהא מלכותו עלינו בזמן קרוב ויכון פליטתנו פליטת עמו בית ישראל חיינו לחסד רחמים ורצון אמר אמן הכל אבו גודל נדנו כבוד התורה Yamdu Dov ben Mordechai v'Sara Rachel bat Chava Rishon Bashutan Mosel B'Kedushato.
Hayim kulchem hayom. Let me just take this and touch the Torah.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam. Asher b'cha banu mikol amim. V'nasan lanu es Toraso. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Vayetze Yaakov mi be'er shava, vayelech harana, vayivka b'makom, vayaleh sham kiva hashemesh, vayikav me'avnei hamakom, vayasem mera'ashotav, vayishkav b'makom hahu, vayahalom, v'nei sulam mutzav arza berosho, magia hashamayma. V'nei malachei Elohim olim ve'yordim bo.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam. Asher nasan lanu Torah emet. V'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Should have had a towel?
It's too late.
I know. I'm saying to myself, and nobody's giving me one. So,
Stay right over here.
okay.
I didn't notice. Second aliyah will be taken by Troy and Tammy Modlin. Yamdu Reya Bar Mitzvah Tevya Ben Yisra V'Sara V'Tamara Bat Baruch V'Miriam Sheni.
Show mom and dad what to touch.
Oh, just touch here.
Guys, take your time with the tongue. Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar bani mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
Amen.
V'nei Adonai nitzav alav, vayomar ani Adonai, Elokei Avraham avicha, Elokei Yitzhak haaretz, asher atah shocher alecha, lecha anena ulezarecha, v'chayazar hakafar haaretz, ufratzta yama v'kedma utafona v'negba, v'nivrachu v'cha, kol mishpachot ha'adama, uvezarecha, Hine Anochi ima, ushmarticha b'chol, asher telef ashivoticha, et hadama hazod ki lo ezov ha'ad asher imasiti, et asher dibarti la, v'yichat Yaakov, mishenato v'yomer achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh. Va'anochi lo yarati, vayra vayomar manora, hamakom hazeh, ein zeh, ki im beich Elohim vezeh, hashamayim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and celebrate on it. With gladness and thanksgiving, we praise you, O Lord our God, for having kept us alive and sustained us and enabled us to reach this day.
We give thanks for the wondrous privilege of seeing our son grow day by day, week by week, year by year, for the health and strength you have given him, for the mind and spirit with which you endowed him, for his ability to elicit and return love. For all these precious gifts, we thank you. Watch over him, O God, on this special day and every day. Grant him a growing understanding of the true significance of this occasion and a deepening loyalty to everything which it represents. May the teachings of our heritage guide him throughout life, and may he lead a life worthy of your blessings. Amen.
Amen. So it is always a pleasure to study Torah with our young people. With Charlie, it was interesting to stay focused on the Torah when I knew I could talk about baseball the entire time that we were sitting in front of one another. But we managed to be able to derive some insights from his particular Torah portion. And I'm excited to turn the bima over to him so he can allow us some personal insight into the way in which he projected himself onto his portion.
Shabbat Shalom. I wish to thank Sal Hatena, who tutored me for this special night. Without him, I might have not been able to complete my Torah reading. Secondly, I want to thank Kainter Lieberman, who over the past several weeks has stood beside on this bima in order for me to prepare for this special occasion. Lastly, I want to thank Rabbi Weston, who you can see is a very special person for our family to the Weston community. He makes me proud to be Jewish. My Torah portion is Parsha Vayetze. This Parsha is about Jacob's travels to Iran, wherein he ends up working for 7 years in order to marry Rachel, but was deceived and ends up marrying Leah instead. Jacob had to commit working another 7 years in order to marry Leah. In other words, Jacob had to invest 14 years of work in order to achieve his goal of marrying the love of his life. In a world where most things can be achieved or attained with a click of a button, it's hard to imagine 14-year investment like this one. Why would Jacob do such a thing? It is important to remember that before he met Rachel on his travels, Jacob had a dream in which a ladder stretched from earth all the way to heaven, with angels going up and down. In that dream, God stood beside Jacob and promised him that the fruits of his labor would prevail for his descendants, that the land of Israel would be theirs for time, and that his descendants would be numerous as the dust of the earth. When Jacob awoke, he exclaimed, Adonai b'makom hazeh ve'anohi lo yadati. God is in this place, and I didn't even know it. It is when this moment that Jacob learned to appreciate the value that which right in front of him. When he met Rachel, he already learned from his dream not to take sacred for granted, that some things are so special they are worth working for and waiting. I learned that this portion of the Bible is the disappointment, perseverance, and appreciation. Life, as we all know, has its ups and downs, but we all are told by our parents that we have to work hard. As a child and now a teenager, I am beginning to understand that what it means sometimes hard work does not necessarily have immediate rewards. Gratification is not instant. Success in Jacob's case, love is not achieved with a click of a button. You have to work and fail and work some more in order to learn how to succeed. Sometimes you may not even realize that you succeed, and you may still be disappointed. The Torah teaches us in my parsha that we need to learn to appreciate what we have in life. This past summer, I went to Cooperstown with 12 other players from Weston for a week. I had tremendous expectations for myself. I expected to hit 4 or 5 home runs during the week, but I didn't hit any. I was very disappointed, but I persevered and learned that I do not have to hit a home run to be successful on a winning team. I do not need to win a championship in order to recognize the value impact of my experience. In fact, the experience I ended up having had nothing to do with winning at all. It was about the lifelong memories I experienced with that team that I remember the most. The experience of being able to appreciate what we can take away from our experiences in life is the most important. Appreciating those relationships was the most important part of Cooperstown. I do not want to make up one day and say God is in this place or that experience and I didn't even know it. I want to be able to appreciate the value and the value of the present. I don't want to look back at this moment in years and say, wow, this really special, and I didn't even know it. Standing before you has taken lots of work, but I am very special aware of that. It means how significant it is for me to take place in 3,000-year story of the Jewish people. Shabbat Shalom.
That was the first Michael Jordan tongue sticking out I've ever seen after a Dvar Torah. Yishar Koach.
Sammy, come on in. Troy.
Come on back up. It's good.
What's that? Okay, show me after this. There's something down. Take one of those.
What?
You wanna wipe yourself with one? Yeah.
I don't even know where I am.
Okay, Yoshkemo, okay. Let me just announce you first.
Yamod habachur habar mitzvah Mordechai ben Tuvia v'Tamara Shlishi Chazak.
Baruch et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Amen.
Vayashkem Yaakov. Vayashkem Yaakov ba'makom. Vayikach et ha'even asher sam rashotav. Vayisam ota ma'ateva vaytzok shemen al rishona. Vayigra Echem Haronai Hamakom. Echem Hamakom Hazeh Ein Zeh Hahu. Now Be'ulam Lushem Ma'ir La Rishona. Edar Yaakov El Beit Avi. I don't know. Nader Lamor. I forgot where it was. Where was I?
Spot.
Yeah, Imye Elohim.
Neder Lemor.
Imye.
Say that.
Neder Lemor. Imye Elohim. Imadi Ushmarani Bader Chazeh Asher Anohi Holev Venatan Li Lehem Lechol Uvged Lil Bosh Veshafti Veshalom El Beit Avi V'chaya Adonai Li Le'Elohim V'ha Even Hazor Asher Samti Mateva Yeh Beit Elohim V'chol Asher Titan Li Asher Asreinu Lam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nota b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov. Yehelanu, 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 Ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulechol Yisrael. David Melech Yisrael, Sheberach Avoteinu Avram Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah Yivarech et Mordechai ben Tuvia v'Tamara v'Tevia ben Tamara שהגיע למצוות בעלה לכבוד המקום לכבוד התורה ולכבוד השבת הקדוש ברוך הוא ישמרהו ויחייהו ויכונן את ליבו להיות שלם עם אדוני אלוהיו לגור בתורתו ללכת בדרכיו ולשמוע מצוותיו וישלח ברכה והצלחה מקום מעשה ידיו יזכו הוריו is your parents לגולו ולתורה ולחופה מעשים טובים וימצא לכם בשכל טוב ואלוהים בידיו ונאמר Amen. May God who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah bless our beloved Charlie, who has come for an aliyah upon reaching the age of mitzvot with reverence for God and respect for Torah and Shabbat. May the Kadosh Baruch Hu continue to sustain him and to protect him, helping him to be wholehearted in his faith, to study Torah, to fulfill mitzvot, to walk in God's ways. May his parents continue to rear him to maturity, guiding him to the blessings of Torah, to the blessings of a chuppah, and a life of ma'asim tovim, good deeds. May he continue to find favor amongst all of us in the community, and let us all say, Amen.
Amen.
We're going to remain standing. I'd like to invite to the bima, please, Mitchell Kurzenswag, Muriel Cohen, and Adam Zeifer, please. Yam tu amagbiya v'hakol ele. Who's lifting? Oh, okay, perfect.
Push down.
Open it, push down. It's going to be heavy in the left.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. מורשה קהילת יעקב, מורשה קהילת יעקב, מורשה קהילת יעקב. We're going to remain standing. We turn back to page 148 for a prayer for our country. We invite Tara and Connolly Modlin up to the bima, please.
Read this through. Our God and God of our ancestors, we ask your blessings for our country, for its government, for its leaders and advisors, and for all who exercise just and rightful authority. Teach them insights from your Torah, that they may administer all affairs of state fairly, that peace and security, happiness and prosperity, justice and freedom may forever abide in our midst. Creator of all flesh, bless all the inhabitants of our country with your spirit. May citizens of all races and creeds forge a common bond in true harmony to banish hatred and bigotry and to safeguard the ideals and free institutions that are the pride and glory of our country. May this land under your providence be an influence for good throughout the world, uniting all people in peace and freedom, helping them to fulfill the vision of your prophet. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they experience war anymore. And let us say,
Amen. We continue on page 149. We invite Sam Zeifer up to the bima, please, to lead us in a prayer for the state of Israel.
Before I start, I would first like to thank my beautiful daughter-in-law, Tammy.
No.
No.
Just, no.
Don't say no to me, Rabbi, please. I'm tying this in. The prayer
I understand.
For the IDF.
Please just read the
This is a prayer for the IDF, okay? My daughter-in-law, Tammy, and son, Troy, for the honor of reading the prayer for the IDF soldiers. Most of us know what the initials stand for, IDF, Israel Defense Force. And without them, there would be no Israel. Charlie this summer had the opportunity to interact and find out firsthand what the IDF is all about. He visited the Palmach Museum, which was the precursor to the IDF. He went to the underground bullet factory that supplied bullets for them. He met with soldiers on the Israel-Jordan border. He completed a basic training session at Caliber 3, which is run by former IDF soldiers. He visited and went into jet fighters and military tanks at their respective museums. He visited Hebron under tight security and went into the military base that protects the entire area and saw firsthand how the IDF works. Last but not least, after praying at the wall on Shabbat, he had an IDF escort through the Arab quarter to have dinner with 20 IDF soldiers, both male and female, that were only 5 to 7 years older than he was. If you have not gone to Israel, go. If you haven't in a long time, go again. It keeps changing and growing. Don't be afraid of what you may hear or read in the news about Israel. More people get killed in Chicago every year than in the entire state of Israel. Additionally, I'd like to thank both my son Troy and daughter-in-law Tammy for giving Charlie and me the opportunity to share this experience together.
You may be seated. Thank you. We're good.
You good?
Yep. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We're going to invite, please, Jeffrey and Stacy Modlin, Nancy and David Billings up to the bima, please. We're going to open the Ark in a moment to return the Torah. Again, I'm going to ask you to please rise. We just need to create a pause there. Page 153.
remain standing. We continue on page 155.
Yekida v'yekida shemei rabba.
Amen.
Amen.
Balma divrachirute v'yalech machute v'chayechon uyomechon uchayedecho beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman karim v'meru Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam U'me'amaya Yitbarach Yipra V'yishtavach Yitpar V'yitroman V'yitnaseh V'yihadar V'yihaleh V'yihalal Shmei Kedudu Shaber Le'elamim Chol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Amen.
We continue on page 156.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Nein Hanora El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim Oganei Hakol Ezocher Chastei Avo Umivo Govil Bneihem Lema Shemo Be'ava Melech Ozer Umashiach Umagin Baruch atah Adonai Magin Avraham Atah Gidibor Le'olam Adonai Echayim Eitim Atarei Yoshia Eitim Haruach Marid Hagashem Melech Chaim Bechesed Echayim Eitim Beracharim Rabim Omelech Nofli Elfei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umakayem Emunato Vishenei Ahar Michamocha Bal Gevuro Umido Melech Melech Memi Umachayeh Umatzia Yeshua B'ne'eman Atal Lechayot Meitim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh Amen.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, כך כתוב ביד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר.
נקדש עם שמך בעולם, כשם דמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, כך כתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר.
קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך הארץ כבודו.
קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך הארץ כבודו. לעומתם ברוך יאמרו. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו, ודברי קודשך ככתוב לאמור. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, נגיד גדלך. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, נגיד גדלך. ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש, קדושתך נקדיש. V'shivchacha Eloheinu, mipinu lo yamush le'olam va'ed. Ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador, nagid gad lecha. Ledor vador, ledor vador, nagid gad lecha. Ki hamelech gadol, gadol v'kadosh, gadol v'kadosh shata. Ki hamelech gadol, gadol v'kadosh, gadol v'kadosh shata. Ledor vador, ledor vador, nagid gad lecha. Ledor vador, nagid gad lecha. Baruch atah Adonai Ela El HaKadosh.
May be seated.
יתקדש ויתקדש שם רבה.
Amen.
יאמר דברי חילותי וימליך מלכותי בחיי כל ויומי כל ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה בזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי המיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר וירומם ינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשה בריחו להלה מן קובל ושירתה תשפחתה ונחמתה דמרה מיומה אמרו אמן. תתקבץ צלות כל לבטון לבוא ישראל כהודם עוון בשמיים אמרו אמן. יהי שלום הרבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל אמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו
I'd like to invite David Smith, a member of our board of directors, up to the bima, please. He has some gifts for Charlie.
Charlie.
Mazel tov, job well done. Mazel tov to your entire family. I'm sure you're very proud of his efforts this afternoon and going into the evening. On behalf of the ritual committee, I present to you your bar mitzvah certificate, saying that as of today, December 3rd, the 3rd of Kislev, you are officially a bar mitzvah. On behalf of our USY and Kadima, they present you a Havdalah candle so that your continuation from weekday and Shabbat remain the same and your candle is always lit inside. We present to you as a Kehillah a membership to the Jewish Museum of Miami. This is for you and your entire family to enjoy the museum for this upcoming year, as well as a partial scholarship by the Lipson family of Hollywood, which will allow you in your junior or senior year of high school to attend the March of the Living. Present to you as well, on behalf of the Board of Directors and the entire congregation, your own Eid Chaim. I marked next week's paragraph, which is actually started tonight, so you know where to pick up next Shabbat when you come back, as well as presenting you on the hire of the Board of Directors, the Men's Club, and the Sisterhood, your own Kiddush Cup for Friday night. Mazel tov.
You stay there. You stay
stay,
right
it's
there.
not done.
You're not done. When can I get off the bima? Not yet. How you feel?
Fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
Okay. So just a couple of quick thoughts for you. First and foremost, I feel like I should stand up. Usually when I do this, I'm still looking down at a bar mitzvah boy. You're a big kid. A few thoughts about your parents first. What you may not know, your parents were some of the first people I met when I came to B'nai Aviv. Your father, I came to B'nai Aviv after my wife did. My wife moved here with my daughter. We moved into a small little apartment. I was still stuck at my previous job, and there were a few individuals who basically helped my wife move into our apartment. And your dad was one of those guys who was basically lugging boxes and hanging up pictures and helping her when I wasn't here, and I was deeply grateful for that, but that's not the part of the story I wanted to share with you. When I finally did get here, I was here for maybe 2 or 3 days, and things were still in boxes, and it was hectic, and we were there with my daughter who wasn't acclimating. I wasn't used to the thunderstorms, which were scaring me to death. I used to have to call David Smith in the middle of the night. Is this normal? Is this lightning normal? And then I get a knock at my door in the middle of the afternoon. Who's knocking at my door in the middle of the afternoon? I open the door, and there's your dad. Rabbi! Unannounced, walks in, comes in, sits down. We have an incredible conversation, and he said, I just want you to feel comfortable here. Whatever my wife and I can do for you, you let us know. When he walked out, my wife, who's from Brooklyn, turns to me and says, that's good people. And the reason is because we live in a world where there's a lot of boundaries. We have a lot of fences, right, between our neighborhood and someone else's neighborhood, between our house and someone else's house. And that type of closeness, where you can walk to somebody's house, knock on the door, and say, hey, can I help you, doesn't exist anymore. Your parents still have that. And it's very, very important for you to understand. Now, we were talking the other day, on Thursday morning, right after you took an aliyah to the Torah, where something incredible came up, which is a principle in the Talmud that I want to share with you, which is Kav mishalo yoter tov mitisha kavim shel chavero. What does it mean? When you're a farmer, a bushel of your own wheat is better than 9 bushels that somebody else gives you. What does that mean? It means that when you do something with your own hands, it's better than being given something by someone else that you didn't work for. And one of the things that I've learned from your parents is how hard they work to provide for you and your brother. They work extremely hard to give you the life that you have. And I know how proud they are to watch you take on that same concept, which is it's gonna be better, and I'm gonna be more empowered, and I'm gonna feel better about myself if I can do it with my own 2 hands, rather than just rely on something or someone else. That has everything to do with baseball. You know why? Your grandfather said something last night, it stuck with me, it's actually quite scary. He said that when your father had his bar mitzvah, he was this big. You're this big, which means that you could be about 6 inches taller than your father, which means that you have the build to become a professional baseball player. But there's 5 million other kids who are gonna be built exactly the same way. What's going to differentiate between you and the other 5 million 6'4", 230-pound, muscle-bounding kids that want to become professional baseball players?
Oh, that I'm Jewish?
No, well, yes, that you're
Can't script that. Yes, you will be one of the few Jews in that 5 million. You'll be one of the few Jews in that 5 million. There are not many 6'4", 230-pound Jews out there. So you should always remember your identity, yes. But work ethic. What separates you, aside from being Jewish, from other kids, is the idea that if you do it with your own hard work, right, your own hands, you will not only appreciate it, but you will improve and become more successful than those around you. Right? A bushel of what you make with your own hands is better than any amount of wheat that somebody else can give you. Don't forget that. Grandfather said something else that was interesting last night. He said, you know, I want to see 2 more things. I want to see Charlie stand under a chuppah, and I want to see Charlie win the World Series, or hit a home run in the World Series. Which one's more important? Don't answer that question. I want to tell you about one of my heroes, a guy named Bob Kraft. You know him? It's okay. He owns the New England Patriots. Bob Kraft owns the New England Patriots, and last year he gave a speech at the graduation at Yeshiva University. Yeshiva University is a university made up of only Jews, right? It is a place where Jews study Torah. And he got to give the speech at the commencement address. He was the commencement speaker. He gave the address at the graduation. And when he got up, he said, and he started crying, he said, of all the Super Bowl rings that I have, my father would be more proud of me at this moment because I've remembered who I am and because I've carried on the tradition of our people. It doesn't mean he wanted to give up those Super Bowl rings. Just as when you hit your first home run in the World Series, you will never want to give up that experience. But let it be a lesson to you that when you have those things pitted up against one another, the idea of having some sort of achievement in the secular world versus standing under a chuppah and having your parents and your grandparents and your relatives stand with you and dance with you and say Mazal Tov in Hebrew. There's nothing that can measure against taking Judaism from one generation to the next. Nothing. And so I hope you do go to the World Series someday. I hope you hit that home run. I hope that you understand that you have the ability to do it so long as you trust your own work ethic and take after your parents by understanding that if you work hard, anything is possible. But don't forget where you come from. Don't ever forget where you come from. You will be one of the few Jews of those 5 million kids who are built just like you. And when you do stand under a chuppah, I promise you that your grandfather that made that comment last night and your parents that sit in the front row right now, the pride that they'll feel when you stand under a chuppah, when you take on the responsibility of building a Jewish family, nothing will measure against that, not even a home run in the World Series. I ask you all to please rise. Stand right here. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Yeh panav elecha v'yikunecha, Yisar Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God always guard you and keep you. May God always shine light upon your face. May God raise you up upon his wings, always show you towards peace. And let us all say, Amen. We remain standing for Aleinu. Page 248, I'd like to invite, please, Jeffrey and Stacy Modlin, Nancy and David Billings to open the ark, please. You have another one? Van and Lori and Danny Frankel. seated. Mourners, those observing Yortzeit, Mourners Kaddish is on page 249. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei rabah v'yalma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayei u'b'yomei u'b'chayei dekol Beit Yisrael ba'agala u'b'zman kari v'yimru amen.
Amen yehi shmei rabah mevorach v'olam olamei omaya.
Yitborach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran v'yalma v'yimru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya v'chaim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom imromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. We're going to continue with the Mariv service this evening. I ask you all to please rise. We begin on page 281. May be seated. Baruch Adonai melech haolam asher bidvaro amar v'yivaro yimot ma'apech she'ereinu v'yivaro sheneti machmor v'yivzonim v'kodim mishpateim ha'ki aratzon v'marei olam
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה מדברים יום לעולם להשבור שמור חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים אהבת עולם בית ישראל כי הם חייל ויורך יומנו והם נגי יומם הלילה ואהבתך תשים ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד
ואהבת אדוני אלוהיך ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מסבך היום על לבביך ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בה בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך ושרתם ליוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפו בין עיניך וטבתם על מזוזו ביתך ובשעריך
ויאמר אדוני משה לאמור דבר בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם ועשו להם ציצית ארם ידיהם ועליהם ציצית שרציתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת רבנו לחזור וגם עלינו
283.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ובני ישראל רנו שירה ושמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך פועלים אדוני מי כמוך נדע בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף למלכותך ראו בניך בוקי הים לפני משה זה לי ענו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ונאמר כי פד אדוני את יעקב ויהיה לו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Page 284.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו שלום. שומרנו מצינו אתה, יום הלכנו ברחומתה, שמות צאתנו, ובואנו לחיים לשלום אתה ביד עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני, שומר עמו ישראל, לעד. אמן. חס תפרנו עלינו כשייחלנו לך, הושיענו אדוני אלוהינו, הצילנו מן הגויים. ולכלנה ביום, ולכלנה בלילה, ולכלנה בשוכבנו. יראו עינינו וישמח ליבנו. כי המלכות שלך היא, ולמעטים לך בכבוד. כי לנו מלך אלא אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני, המלך בכבודו, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ועל כל מעשיו יתגדל, ויתקדש שם רבה. יאמר לברכיותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומי חון, חלקו בית ישראל בחלב בזמן קריב, ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה וברך, לעולם אלוהינו היה יתברך, וישתבח ויפאר בן מנעשה, ורב יתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשה, בריחו לעולם מן כה במשירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן ביעלמה, ויאמרו אמן.
may be seated.
יתגלה ויתקדש שמי רבה. יאמר לברכילותי וימליך מחולי בחייכון וביומי חון. חייל בית ישראל בגלה בזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיים. יתברך וישתבח יבוא מן ומנעשה וירדה ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשה. ריחו לילה מן כה בירה בשירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בימיו יאמרו אמן. יתקבץ אלוהים לבדו לו ישראל קודם לשמיים יאמרו אמן. יהי שלום רב מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל יאמרו אמן. עושה שלום מרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו amen.
As we turn to page 297, I ask you all to please rise. We invite Penina Cohen, Therese Stolovitsky, and David and Jermaine Feldstein up to the bima, please, to open the ark. You may be seated. Mourners, those observing Yortzeit Kaddish, 298. Yid Gadal, V'yid Kadash, Shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalma, Divrach, Yiruteh, V'yamlich Malchuteh, B'chaye Chon, U'v'yomei Chon, U'v'chaye Tekol, Beit Yisrael, B'agala, V'izman Kari, V'yimru, Amen.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mavorach. V'olam Olmei Omaya.
V'yishtabach, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitromam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shmei Dekudesha, B'richu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, damiran v'yalma v'yimru, Amen.
Amen.
Yesh lama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu, v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru, Amen.
Amen.
V'yaseh shalom b'mroma, v'yaseh shalom aleinu, v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru, Amen.
Amen.
We are going to begin the Havdalah component of the bar mitzvah. I'm going to invite the family, please, to come up to the bima. For those that have never seen Havdalah before, by the way, as you can see, we have glow sticks out. The lights are about to go off. Don't get nervous if you've never seen Havdalah before. You can take your phones out now. I'm going to ask you all to please rise. Come on up.
page.
Page 299.
Shalom, Shavua Tov, Mezal Tov, enjoy the Simcha.